GOP Tech Week. We're starting a new series that we're calling Shorts, and these are going to be how-to videos, and you can come watch them anytime. Now in this video, we're talking about conference calling, and we're using Fuse, but this will work with the principles that we're putting forth here will work with any conference calling service like WebEx or GoToMeeting, and we were doing this for the Carson campaign. We were trying to elect Dr. Carson, and but this will apply to your campaign or even just any conference call that you want to do. Whether you need help producing your own conference call because you're the moderator or producer, or whether you're just trying to help your meeting attendees have a better call experience when they call in or they come in to view your meeting on their computer, I think the principles here are going to be helpful. Finally, a good conference call is a team effort. If you have just one or two people to help you on the conference call, you're way ahead. So let's take a look at the help we gave people for 2 years on the weekly national conference call for just one campaign.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to go into the conference call, and I just rebooted my machine. That's probably the most important thing. Reboot your machine and then just run your browser and go to the Run Ben Run website. Don't run anything else. Don't check your email or anything like that. So I'm going to go into the IT Training Conference Center page, and I'm going to click on the Join Meeting button. And we'll see there that we're going into Fuse, and it's real important when you're trying to conference call. It's real important that you know you have a lot of bandwidth from your house. A lot of different devices can be using different amounts of bandwidth, and I just discovered something I'm going to show you in a minute that really surprised me that is going to have an effect on your conference call quality. So now I'm in the conference call.
You are the only participant in this meeting. You'll hear a beep until someone joins.
And I am going to have people coming into this conference call in just a minute.
Oh man, I can't get a good connection on my conference call with Run Ben Run, and I'm focused on my computer, but it might be something else. It might be my tablet. There's my iPad. It might be my notebook computer, but there's more things going on in this household than we might count on. Let's go take a look around and see if we can conduct some kind of inventory. And so I'm walking into the kitchen, and there's my wife's Macintosh, and it might be downloading a Macintosh update. So let's turn that computer off. Now let's go to the really big one, and I'm going to walk into our TV room. And guess what? Over here in the TV room, I've got all kinds of gear right here that's talking to the internet. I've got a DirecTV satellite receiver that is talking to the internet. It might be downloading a movie. And I've also got an LG Blu-ray player, DVD player that knows how to talk to Netflix. And so my entertainment center may be sucking up all kinds of bandwidth while I'm talking to it. I even have my own router over here. So if I'm going to be on a conference call and I want to make sure that my entertainment center is not using up all my bandwidth, I probably want to unplug this network cable right here and just unplug it and let my entertainment center finish all of my movie downloads later. So there's a lot of things that could be going on that we don't want going on when I'm trying to have a quality conference call, because all of those different devices can be chewing up bandwidth that I don't want to use while I'm trying to get a good picture and good audio on my conference call.
Okay, so I'm going to do one other thing to tell me about whether or not we've got good bandwidth and whether we have too many devices connected to the network. And I'm going to type in 192.168.0.1 and go to my wireless router administration. I have to type in a username and password to do that. Your router will differ. And looky here, I have 9 clients connected to my wireless network. Frankly, that's more than I thought. I've got my phone, my wife's phone, my iPad, my wife's iPad, my desktop computer, my wife's desktop computer, my notebook computer, my daughter's iPhone, and my daughter's notebook computer. And then I also have a Raspberry Pi and an Arduino on the network. So if I click right here, I learned that I have 9 devices. That's a lot of devices to go turn off before I try to get on a meeting. But guess what? I try to produce a quality meeting, and that's exactly what I do. I go turn all these devices off, and that reserves all the bandwidth for my conference call. So these are things you may want to look at. If you want to look into your router, the best thing to do is to go to your router and copy the brand and the model number from the back of your router, and then simply go to Google and search on that router. I've got an ASUS. I've searched on it before, you can tell, RTN66R, and that didn't do it. Let's go back to Google. Yeah, I'll go forward and copy and paste that. Okay, and there's the link to get me the manual for my router. And so I look up how to log into my router on the manual that will be in here. It's probably right down here. And then I can log into my router and really tell how many devices I need to turn off before I can have a quality conference call.
Well, that sums it up for you. Now, that's going to get you through the toughest technical parts of producing a good conference call. But you may have a question, well, what buttons do I push in the software? How do I do this? And the answer to that question is the same as the answer that they gave the person who asked how to get to Rockefeller Center. The answer is practice, practice, practice. Make all your mistakes in a trial or practice meeting where your mistakes don't matter, and then that way when you get into a live meeting, you've already made all the mistakes and you know how to avoid them. By the way, that's exactly what we do here at GOP Tech Week. We're not smarter than you are. We've just made all the mistakes already, and we've figured out how to recover from them, and we just made all the mistakes before you did. And so that's how we're able to bring you the kind of help that we can bring you. So I hope you enjoyed this one little helpful short. This is our first one, and there's going to be more coming. Watch for more. And thank you very much for watching. This is Ron Robinson with GOP Tech Week.